Hi, it's Susan Jones from Ready Set Startup, and I just wanted to record a very quick video for you today. And I want to talk about a tightrope act that we all have to walk as entrepreneurs. And this is it. As entrepreneurs, there's this balance, this tension that we need to hold between the big picture of what our startup is going to look like and be when it's a completed business and where we are right now. So two very different things, this huge, vision that we're so excited about, which is often the reason that we start, and then the next thing that we have to do, which is often very mundane and boring. So as entrepreneurs, it's really important that we keep both of these in perspective. And this is why I see this happening. I have people come to me who are out of balance one way or the other. And this is what it looks like. So let's pick an entrepreneur, let's call him Bill. Okay, Bill comes to me with this startup idea that's going to change the world, and he needs $1 million to fund it. It's huge, it's going to be life-changing, it's amazing. But Bill has never started a business before, and he hasn't even started implementing on this idea. So that's an example of someone who has the big picture, but because I haven't thought about what's the next step, what can I do before I get $1 million in funding to make this happen, he is not progressing with the idea. All right, let's take the opposite side. Excuse me. Let's take the opposite side of the tightrope balancing act. Let's call this entrepreneur Jane. Right, Jane has a fantastic product or service, and she's continually taking the next step, taking the next step, taking the next step. She's doing okay with it, but she's actually never stopped and thought about how she could leverage this idea, how she could make this product big. What's the big picture? What could she do with this? And the problem with that is it's great that she's taking the next steps, but her product or service will never fulfill its potential because she hasn't created the big vision. So my challenge to you today is we need both. We need the big picture, and we need to know the next step that we're going to take. Behind me in my office, I have a big whiteboard, and for the two major projects I'm working on, what I've done is I've actually put up the top what my end result is, which is the big picture, right? And then underneath that, I've written what are the next steps, and I've put sort of 4 or 5 major steps for each project. And the reason that I have it up there on my whiteboard is so every day I can look at that and go, here's where I'm going, and here's the next step that I need to implement. So I would love for you to take this on board. Think about, do you need to focus more on the big picture? Do you need to focus more on the next step? And I would love to hear your stories in the comments. First of all, you can tell us about that and make yourself accountable, but I'd also love to hear your stories about how you hold those two things in balance, the big picture and the next step. I'll talk to you next time.